tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California.
The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Off play action, Fields. That's complete to his running back, Herbert. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Khalil Herbert. And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Here we go. 45.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He's going to float this one deep right side. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete. But the field.
Just call the call. We're going to play it. Come on now.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get...
And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
45.
Another try after the 1st down sack. Fields finding Knox there, complete. So the completion gets him just a yard. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
45's the mic. Let's go.
Here's Fields. That went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every throw in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
York able to send this one through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And he'll work down inside the 45. The numbers last week for Mitchell. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and I love them when they're 6s.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, anytime he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time they were up to the challenge.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. And now we'll see punter Tyler Newsome. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Fields' throw caught there by Wallace. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Play action. It's Fields sliding out of the pocket. And Fields going to have the first down before sliding to a halt to avoid the contact. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, it's Herbert. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. To throw is Fields. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Fields. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know It's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number one in their conference.
On second down, here's Mitchell. He juked him. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 25 yards the pickup there and also a first down.
On the ball.
On first down, they go back to Mitchell. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Here we go.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2.
Go.
Lance, a give now to Sherman. Can see this quite a bit on running plays with the guys out wide. A lot of times, though, it doesn't get caught.
You're exactly right, because it's away from the play usually, so a lot of it goes undetected. But I know this will surprise you. I coached some receivers in the offseason. We work a lot on hand placement and blocking down.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Roquan Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
The first catch of the game for George Kittle. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it on line, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And instead of tying it up, they'll remain down by 3. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Starting on the ground with Herbert. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, second and 12.
How about the job there on the outside? Shed the wide receiver and was able to make the tackle on the perimeter.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Fields now to throw. He's able to find Wallace. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 3rd down, Herbert. And he gets this one across midfield for the first down to the 46. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. Fields on 1st down. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields. It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Now Fields. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On play action, Fields. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Fields. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal.
Tight end's right.
Now it's Fields. And he wisely will throw that one away. Another good drive, Charles, but it looks like another that might end in a field goal try.
They've made some nice plays and given themselves opportunities, but as you noted, another field goal attempt coming up. And that's not how they want to end drives. They've got to figure out what's the final touch that they need to push it across the goal line.
Yeah, still yet to find the end zone. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Well, the Niners going back on offense now late in this first half. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Better than a 30-yard gain as we wind down towards 30 seconds left in the quarter for an offense that has not found the end zone yet. That's a big play.
There's the spark right there. A big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
Let's go. Go set.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. So a couple of field goals, that's all we've been able. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. The 49ers going to have the football as we get back underway on EA Sports. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
Being chased out left, and his throw's going to be incomplete.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Play action, now it's Lance.
I got 11. He's mine.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A 1st down and then some. Give them 29 yards.
Tight end right. Everyone's got 4.
And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. There goes a deep ball. End zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right.
Now a play fake. Lance on the move to his left. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, partner, just a second earlier, and they might have had him because they certainly thought they were going to close in and drop him behind the line of scrimmage, but he had just enough time to dodge the pressure, and he ends up getting yardage before being stopped.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Ooh, with a juke. And able to work his way down to the 16. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Ready. 33. Yellow.
Double tight, guys. Double tight.
Now Lance on the bootleg. And the ball is knocked out. And this inbounds right at the line of scrimmage, so fortunately they're able to hold on to the possession. Thankfully for the offense, a fortuitous bounce there on the fumble goes out of bounds because they're down here in the red zone. You don't want to lose one there.
You don't want to lose one, and the best part, because it went out of bounds, they retain possession, still have an opportunity to put points on the board.
A kicker fest so far, all points via field goals. They're hoping to change that right here. They'll run with Mitchell. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Elijah Mitchell with another touchdown, number 24 on the year. And the 49ers have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And they take the lead here at 7-6. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And in the end, it's capped off by a 7-yard run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25.
All day, baby. Let's go. Let's go.
So here are the Bears now as they get set for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Tight end right, tight end right.
Back to the airfields on second down. They'll set up the screen to Herbert. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1.
Quit talking about it.
Looking to throw. Fields out left side here to Bryant. And he will have the Bears first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard.
They brought in a heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Javon Kinlaw able to drop him for a loss of a couple. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Fields got his man there. It's Wallace complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Here's a give to Herbert. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but 3rd and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Now a first down throw, Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. A 3rd quarter now, to 1-point game as they line up 2nd and 10.
We got 4.
To throw again, Fields. And it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
He's got room at the 30, down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Andrew Beck. His second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead.
Mike's 5-4.
Fields trying to throw for it. Forced out to his left. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives him a 7-point lead. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And not willing to risk another fumble, he'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
Double time. 4 down. Check.
On play action, Lance. And that, nearly picked off.
Here we go.
Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's second down. To throw on 2nd and 10, Lance. And this one nearly intercepted. Boy, that would have been a great time for their first pick. But instead, it's 3rd down.
Ready.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Okay, right.
Watch tight. Tight end's right. Watch tight.
Ready. Go.
Desperation time here. Lance. And he gives himself up, but not before he gets the conversion. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Okay, we've seen plenty of games. We've been there before. They thought they had this one over with if they could have stopped them right there on that down. Now they've got to continue to play. That's going to be tough.
That's tough because it was such great coverage. They had them blanketed, especially there in the secondary, but, hey, took off and found a way.
And next time, Brandon, I think you might want to consider running it because those defensive backs, they were plastered to the receivers, and they weren't letting up as that play went on.
Ready, right.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Let's go.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Lance now to throw. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear in risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them the completion.
Double tight. 4 down.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
If they get a game-changing score on this drive, it's going to be because of plays like that. That run was pure heart. Took it himself, found a way to reset the downs, and advance the ball.
From midfield, here's Lance. Leaping, and he makes the grab. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown. Field, and when they see openings, take their shots.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. Here we go. 52 blue.
Double tight. Double tight.
A give here to Mitchell. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they're knocking on the door. 2nd and goal now in a one-score game. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Mitchell. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. The extra point, a vital one, and he gets it to go. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Chicago offense set to get started. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34. The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down, and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
A handoff for Herbert. He'll get this down to the 38.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
54.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. Give him 3 on the run there. Now they're looking at a 3rd and about 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Herbert once more. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker. 4th down. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So it's the Bears who will have the first chance to win this thing as we are underway here in overtime. This one taken just inside the 10. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal. We continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Check 45 to Mike. Check 45 to Mike.
Throwing on third down, Fields. He'll get that underneath to Herbert, and he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'm not sure that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Fields throw complete there to Beckham. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, good start for him under center here in overtime. Now 3 of 3.
And this is where you have to know who you have playing quarterback. You've got a confident thrower right now, someone who's taking care of the ball, but not being timid as well, and is moving the team downfield. That opens up your playbook and allows you to dial up some big shots if you want them.
Let's go. Pittsburgh right there. 54 Mike. Hey, I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run. It's Herbert. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Another carry for Herbert on 2nd down. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
Keep playing hard, fellas, all day.
And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full of confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Bears, the win keeps them barely hanging on to their playoff hopes as they move.
Today, from Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California, it's Week 13 of the NFL on EA Sports.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
Let's go, D. Let's go.
6 guy, check 6.
Jones wants to throw to start things out here. That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Wow, just one snap in, partner, and the complexion of this game has already changed because for the defensive side, they just handed their offense a short field and a big early advantage. And even though it's only the first snap of the game, we're going to look back on this one and see if it has lasting effects as this game moves on.
The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. Touchdown, 49ers.
Well, that's how you take advantage of an early turnover. A sudden change situation, meaning ball's turned over. How's both sides going to handle it? One side handled it way better. They went right out on the field and put the ball in the end zone.
One play, that just added insult to injury.
Yeah, that just tells you on the defensive side, they didn't come out ready to go, still reeling from the fact that the ball got turned over.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken at the goal line. Out as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So back onto the field come the Pats for their second drive. Well, partner, not exactly the way they drew up the start of this one, but a chance to redeem themselves and hit the reset button here on their second possession.
And I do like that word that you just used, reset, right? In a lot of ways, it's just shaking off what happened before, starting fresh, almost like it's your first drive all over again. Go out and put your best foot forward.
Meanwhile, Jones' throw taken in here by Patrick. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. Tim Patrick, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. One of the shortest drives you'll ever see. One play, 75 yards. 6 points. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Well, this offense and Elijah Mitchell coming back onto the field now. Last week, a strong showing, up over 100, also 2 trips to the end zone.
It's the kind of week that if you said, listen, I'll let you have this type of a game each and every week, you'd sign up for it. You wouldn't try and get too greedy. But let's face it, good runners always want to be a little bit more greedy at the end, try and squeeze out every last yard. He's going to try and duplicate that and exceed it in this game.
Running left, here's Mitchell. Oh, what a juke into space. And one more time. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards the pick up there, and also a first down.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
Here's Lance to throw it. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
That's not good enough.
Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. First down, here's Mitchell. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line to...
And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Elijah Mitchell with touchdown number 27. That ties Priest Holmes for the 3rd most in a single year. And the 49ers have moved out in front. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
Let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go now.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On second down, a run was strong. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. A free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Jones.
It's just me and you.
And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now.
45. Mike.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
On 4th down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's complete left side to Gray. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
We ain't giving up nothing today.
Lance now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The Niners at 9-2 to start play. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape.
It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Now a timeout called for by the offense. So as they take it over, we step aside. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. The Lance going to throw. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that earns him a fresh set of downs.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Clause 10. Ready, go.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Elijah Mitchell on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Niners go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. So that drive goes 8 plays. And it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. New England trying to get a place on offense. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing Jones toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. That catch, by the way, number 505 of his career, and that ties him with a couple of other tight ends for the pass. Frank Wycheck and Dallas Clark.
And those guys were excellent players, but how about what we're seeing right now? 505 and rising. What a nice career he's put together.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
45 to Mike. 45 to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Mike, 45. 70 Timberwolf. 45 to Mike. Check. 45.
Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. And they'll work this down inside the 30. They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down. Back to throw again. And he'll just get rid of it.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
And his kick is good. 2 minutes remaining in this 1st half of football. Now it's Martin to do the honors after the made field goal. This fielded right at the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Elijah Mitchell ready to get back to work with the rest of the 49er offense. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Lance to throw on 3rd and 1. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. On 1st down, Lance. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Pats are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
Here we go. Rocco 80. Mike 54. Target.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jones, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw again. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Patriots will bring on the field goal unit. He was true on his first, this a tough one from 49 yards away. And he missed it. That was neither far enough. It wasn't even on target. It's no good, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11. So we've hit halftime here in Santa Clara with the 49ers out in front. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. We're starting to get near the home stretch of this NFL season. It's Week 13. So let's get an update on what's going on. We'll begin up at U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. And in the second quarter, it's the Vikings who are out on top. Dalvin Cook, 2 touchdown runs on the afternoon. We'll stay in the NFC North as we head down to Chicago to check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they were victorious in that one over the visiting Jacksonville Jaguars. Justin Fields leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Arizona Cardinals. Marquise Brown, well over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Here I come. Here I come.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
38.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
And Lance will try again on second down.
Out to his left.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
My game, my game. Nice, sweetheart.
52 blaster. Stay.
Lance now on first down. Again to the big tight end, George Kittle.
And he'll wind up getting this to the 32. A play that started at the 16, and that's how many yards they get. First down.
Come on, set. Black. 95.
Rip right. My game, my game.
Set, cut.
Here's a toss right side to Mitchell.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10.
61 yards for him on the ground now and 3 touchdowns.
First down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell
taking it in from 11 yards out.
And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
And that rushing touchdown, his 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go.
And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
So here are the Patriots now. They get ready for their first possession of half number 2.
Here's Strong to begin the drive.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
On 2nd and 2, Jones. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
They'll run with Strong.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
23 yards, the final tally. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
45. Mike, 45.
Jones now on first down.
This one swung outside to Strong. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Hey, 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle.
Hey, let's feed him. Let's go. Check, 40. Let go. Check, 40. Go.
From the 31, Jones. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Break. Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Strong right. Strong.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Jones on 1st and 10. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14.
Just like that.
Another try after the first down sack. Jones. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional, but you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Throwing now is Lance.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
And a high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On 2nd down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
That's trash. Mike 8. Mike 8.
Go, go, go.
Throwing is Lance on 3rd down.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back.
The Pats at the line ready to go. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Got the connection here to Bourne. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
60 Bison. 60 Bison.
I'm coming. I'm coming.
Looking to throw. Jones, complete. It's Henry. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Cowboy 80.
Check, check. Watch.
Viking 18.
You gonna get this, boy?
On 1st and 10, it's Strong. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. Jones.
Here's a screen play. This is Strong.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
Coming for you. You mine. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. And his pass incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones finding his big receiver Patrick over the middle.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. Here it's 3rd and 2.
Mike 45.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Completes it to Samuel. And he will have a Patriots 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back. Go 80. Let's make these babies cry.
Back to throw. Jones. Henry's got it out on the left side.
And the Patriots are going to have a first and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a first down. So the Patriots with a football as we get you reset. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Operating from the gun, Jones. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah.
They do tack on the extra point as well, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
This one fielded at the 5.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order.
He's got a man complete. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Okay, right?
Get your swerve on. Double tight, double tight.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
My game. Ready, go.
Now Lance.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Patriots are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. This offense thankful, I'm sure, to have the football back, but also, Charles, after a long drive of their own, they've got to be a little weary.
Yeah, I would agree with that. And what you have to do to combat it, try and get fresh legs in where you can, especially to skill positions. And then for the offensive line, instead of attacking, maybe slow the tempo down a little bit. Let them catch their breath.
Here's Jones. To Henry.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to him. First down now, but that clock rolling.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. Well, this game has not been short on intrigue, but that's the backbreaker right there, and it's going to put any hope of victory to bed.
Yeah, they knew they needed the touchdown, and when you have that little time remaining, they know they've got no choice except to go for broke, and that they did. But the interception, that means defeat.
Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. It's first and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away.
They'll run with Mitchell.
And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it.
Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go.
So now, Charles, this drive, maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked up by Diamador Lenore.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
Ready, break.
All right, T, let's go. All right, T. Two times. Hey, four down.
Now a play fake. Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end. But now this game is over.
Charles, a very simple mission anytime that you play on your home turf, and that is to defend your home turf. And today, that mission was accomplished.
Look, every offseason, every preseason, the head coach goes in front of the team and says, the mission for the season, defend our home field every time, split on the road, and we'll be in the playoffs. That's why defending the home field is vital.
So for the Niners, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New England, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances.
Today, from State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona, it's Week 14 of the NFL. on EA Sports. We'll see Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals.
Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards.
Here we go. Here we go. 50, green.
Hey, let's get off the field, D. Let's
Cut.
Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is going to lose yardage here. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Throw left side complete. That's Gray.
Let's go. Charge.
Hey, 25's the mic. We're going 25's the mic. I'm here.
Cut.
Play action. Now it's Lance. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk
Yellow,
about being
22.
physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
57's the mic. Watch 57. Let's go.
Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lance. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
As quarterbacks like to do, he pushed it downfield on that throw, but I think that since he was outside the pocket and there was open space, it would have been a good time for his first carry of the game.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give him 5 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick in the 2019 draft from Oklahoma. It's Kyler Murray.
You got nothing today. You got nothing.
On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. This defense for the Niners, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Omaha.
To throw is Murray.
Good track.
Dancing to his left. Got a man. It's McBride complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
45's the mic. I got him. 45, mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Coach.
From the gun, Murray. And incomplete, he dropped it. Maybe a rookie mistake there, 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Everyone's got 4 down.
They run out of the gun with Swift. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on third down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And the defense coming through on third down, a loss of 7 to bring up fourth.
Partner, you know what I'm going to say before I even say it.
Yeah, you just cannot take a sack in that spot.
You're exactly right.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Now it's scooped up, and this is a live football.
Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter. What a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Working from the gun, Lance. He completes this one to Mack. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
3 yards remain for second down.
Hurry. Ready.
On play action, Lance.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big third down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
And some room to work. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Here we go. Black, 95.
Let's pick it up. It's our time, guys. Our time. Let's get up.
Ready, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. Over the middle, and he's got Gray.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
From the 8, they've got it first and goal.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Let's go.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And he's in for the score, and his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, we had the scoreless first quarter of play. We sure didn't have to wait long into the second quarter to get some action on the scoreboard.
So was the first quarter a feeling out process? I mean, that was an interesting quarter, wasn't it? Because we had some action, we had some good play, just didn't have any points. So now it's game on.
Matt Amendola now for the extra point.
And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. 5 plays there on that drive. And the capper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And this taken in at the goal line. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. The last time they had a little bit of a special teams breakdown. That field goal was blocked.
Yeah, and everything has to be precise in the kicking game. Snap, hold, kick. Obviously, the blocking to keep people out. So what you really want to do is get in there and get 6 points and take the pressure off of those guys. Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13. Murray. And this is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And San Francisco gets set to go here.
And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. A little juke, and he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. So his strong first half continues as he finds the end zone here for the second time.
And definitely good blocking at the point of attack, and you just have to love watching the way he can create space down near the goal line, and he's able to take it into the end zone.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. Well, it wasn't a one-play drive, but I think they'll take it. The scoring summary, 2 plays and into the end zone. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no run back here for more. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Well, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Goes right back to McBride. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. They'll try and run here with Swift. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Come on, QB, come on.
Murray now to throw. His throw incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Murray. And his throw here's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in position to dictate to the offense.
And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2.
You better be afraid.
Now Murray.
That's complete to McBride. And he is going to have a Cardinals first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2.
Mike, 45. You can't block me.
Here's Murray. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
Trey McBride, the target on that throw. But now it's 3rd down. To throw, it's Murray. Eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Here's Nick Folk now on for the field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Folk's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting, and he's able to convert for 3.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yes, sir. Oh, that's it, baby. We're going to work.
From the 27, Lance. Able to find Gray here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Down. Black 40. Hey, watch that. Hey, watch the ball.
On the draw, here's Mitchell. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have reached halftime here with the visiting 49ers on top. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you and Charles in a bit. But first, let's get to some of these scores around the NFL here in a busy Week 14. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles. And in the late stages of the first half, it's the Lions who are out in front. Will Fuller, a touchdown reception. Next, we head off to check out another game. And it was the visiting Atlanta Falcons who come in and get the victory. Desmond Ridder, terrific in the victory, as his guys get to 10 wins and run their mark to 10-3. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. And you can see they trail the visiting Buffalo Bills in that ball game. Josh Allen with 3 touchdown passes. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So already not the best of kick returns there, but that penalty, that adds insult to injury and backs him up even closer to the goal line.
Yeah, not ideal field position to begin a drive, is it? Because the extra pressure now goes on the offense. They've got to get some early yards and get away from the shadow of their own goalposts. What every offense wants to do in this situation, get 2 first downs to help out with field position at the least.
They'll run the draw here with Swift. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Big Ace, Big Ace. 54, right there. 54 Mike.
Murray now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the third quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. Lance and the 49ers now, 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. To throw, it's Lance.
All day, baby, all day.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
But that was actually throwing game 101 right there. You challenge double coverage like that, you're liable to get burned. Fortunate that was just incomplete.
Jet, ready.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Lance. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46.
Drill, 52.
And they'll go for it. Lance. And this pass caught by Gray. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they'll get the conversion on a gain of 14. Now Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Here's Lance to throw it. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. And quickly, they get to the line. On 3rd down, here's Sermon. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Trey Sermon, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Taken from about the 12. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Out of the gun, here's Murray. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Hey. 54's Mike. Check, watch 54.
They'll run right here with Swift. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he won't get close. Only a yard. 4th and 3.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
Room here to run. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 82 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
On the set.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Out. Slide, 97. Set, cut.
Here's Lance.
Hey, here we go.
Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown. Austin Mack. His first touchdown on the year. And the Niners will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Even though he was forced from the pocket, still able to adjust, make the long throw, and it ends with a really big touchdown.
Yeah, moving to his left. The key to everything when they're moving outside of the pocket, doesn't matter which side, making sure those shoulders get around and you get back square so you can get everything on the throw and create the big play we just saw there downfield.
Extra point right down the middle, and they open the lead up now to 25. So the drive there, they went 80 yards in 3 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken from about the 12. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Let's go.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Hey, hold on. Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Focus, defense.
Murray now on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Check Mike 45. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Biggest.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5.
Single.
Throwing now is Murray.
They can't hang with us.
Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. Couple of Oklahoma teammates there. Murray to Brown for a Cardinal
Mike
first.
45.
Watch the slant.
Check 45 to Mike.
Murray going to throw.
Here we go.
Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Stop us.
Javon Kinlaw. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd. Looking to throw. Murray buying time to his left. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
45's the mic. 45's the mic. Man out, man out, man out, man out. 45.
Shotgun now from Murray. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Hollywood, Marquise Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cardinals are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. Folk connects on the extra point, and the lead is down to 28-10. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's Hollywood, Marquise Brown, who finishes it off with the touchdown. And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Double tight, double tight. We got 3 down, 3 down.
Off of play action, here's Lance. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Gray. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Yellow, 22.
Ready.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Lance to throw on 2nd down here. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 99 yards rushing for him here as he starts to draw closer to a 1,000-yard campaign. Here's Sermon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Hey, 25 the mic. We're going 25 the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. Hey, 25 the mic.
Ready, go.
Again with Sermon. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now a give to the mid fullback Juszczyk. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Niners are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And Moore, he's going to sit on this one, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. Just too much to handle on the other side of this one. Murray now on 1st down. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Back to throw. Murray. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. That's Drake Jackson burying him and finishing the play.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Operating from the gun, Murray. To the right side, and he's got more, complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, 82 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Folk. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the 49er hands team does its job. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Oh, he'll look downfield for Kittle, and it'll be incomplete. Good job staying with him defensively, and it'll bring up second down.
25 to Mike. Let's go, baby. Return on. Let's get that ball.
And Lance now to throw. And this one is incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Come on.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And Lance going to throw. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A big gain of 28 as the drive continues.
Here we go. Red 38.
It's going to be a long day.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He finds Kittle going across the field. Touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 21 yards away. And the Niners extend this fourth quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11.
Well, we know someone just added to his touchdown passing total, but all he did was get the ball out quickly to his tight end and let him take care of business the rest of the way.
Point after, right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. A drive there of just 4 plays. And it all ends with a George Kittle touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Murray's throw complete to McBride. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Check. Shift. Ready? 45, 45.
Throwing on first down is Murray. High throw, but the catch is made. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Again, they'll throw with Murray. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is going to be 49er football. And I don't know that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about we're going to address this come practice next week because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. And we've got a timeout. 9 seconds remaining.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down.
Down. Yellow. 43. Ready. Go.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down.
Now he'll throw deep left side.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
So the victory here for San Francisco, and maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this case, that didn't hold up. On the road, big margin, big victory. Oh, yeah, that flight home will be good.
So for San Francisco, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Arizona,